Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And it is Friday. And what is Friday? It's all about that Friday night feeling. And it's all about Fred is the red. And unfortunately, Donny van der Beek will be out for a very long time. So, guys, make sure you like and share it and subscribing to the Man United Agenda. Welcome. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Man United Agenda. And it's always an action-packed Friday night. Pat, this is sort of like a familiar thing now, isn't it? Every Friday night, it's me and you. It's almost like we shift, isn't it?
Yeah. Friday night is our thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It works out to be Friday night. Originally, when we first started doing this, I always thought to myself, Tuesday night, when the eye test was on, I always thought Tuesday night is the night we'll do. But then all of a sudden now, it just seems like, they gave us this Stifler yard shift. That's unreal. And don't take it that way, by the way.
So you got lumbered with me. That's what you're saying, is it?
Well, in a nice way. As always, Mark Edmund, Stevie Wonder. Apparently, Mark had one or two to drink last night. I think him and Andy was talking about becoming drinking partners, but it's almost like who the last standing, isn't it?
I definitely would have a brew with Andy anytime. He's a top man. But I understand there's some football on tonight. And, actually, before I go any further, let me say happy birthday to Gabriel, proper Manchester United boy. And I was at his birthday last night. Good man. And I'll give him a shout out. I promised him. So he tunes in. He's not up right now, I'll be honest. It's
But you are
early here in Australia. But God bless him. Yeah, but he will be tuning in later. So a big up, happy birthday, Gabriel. And like any self-respecting United fan, he is not watching the football because no real United fan watches Leeds. They tune in here to the agenda.
Very true. But again, with that, Mark, I think you got the short straw anyway because you're up and he's in bed still. So anything for the Man United agenda, though.
It's not good behind these, let me tell you. They're on for a reason this morning. Pretty ugly.
Andy, sir, welcome as always with Andy. How are you doing today, Andy? Friday night, and I had a message. Just finished my class and I came out, and all of a sudden I got a message. Yeah, I'm free and available. I was like, yeah, come on, Andy, why not? As always a pleasure.
Yeah. Free Friday night, nice quiet night, nice calm night before the anarchy and the storm that is tomorrow.
Yeah, looking forward to it. I did my score prediction, but whether or not it's going to be right or wrong, it's a midday kickoff, so it's going to be a bit painful. And I hate it because if we lose, I'll be upset. That's my whole weekend finish. Social media has been deleted.
Take it with a pinch of salt.
Who's that guy that does it?
Salt Bay.
Yeah.
T-Rex arm on him.
Pinch of salt. That toss from the World Cup final,
Yeah.
That's the guy. That's the
guy's
guy.
a nuisance, isn't he?
He reminded me of an embarrassing dad.
wanted to kill him.
Yeah, the World Cup as well. Dabbling some salt over the World Cup.
Yeah.
He's grabbing the trophy.
I would have put a bit of salt on the front of my shoe and stuck it right up his arse. That's what I would have done. Get off the pitch.
He had the World Cup with his ring as well. I mean, talk about total disrespect.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what Saltbait was doing, but I think what he did as well after the match and everything, when everyone sat down for a meal, he actually was the chef as well, wasn't he?
Well, he had to do something, didn't he?
Oh, we all know what a chef is, isn't it? A chef with a white hat is a white-hatted ponce.
Don't say it too loud, yeah. Don't say it too loud, Andy, in case anyone's watching who's a chef, and then you walk into their restaurant and you know what they might do in the background.
I've seen that quote. I've seen that quote on Red Dwarf. So yeah.
I know what you mean. Culinary terrorism. That's what you're worried about.
Listen, I'm telling you now.
To your food.
I don't want no one doing nothing to my food. Believe you me. Yeah, really. All I know, I would like to eat in any restaurant that all the chef are top chef, no matter how bad we think you are, your quality. Yeah. As always, Pat, would you like to read out our sponsorship, please?
Yeah, I was just checking there because our main man Vincent Bullock just said that. It says we're not live on YouTube, but I just checked it, so I must have updated, and we are now. So fair play to you, Vincent. Guys, we are proudly sponsored by Global Mapping Surveys. Global Mapping Surveys currently assist architects, property developers, and construction companies all over the country. They offer a wide range of services such as setting out topographical surveys, 3D laser scanning, and monitoring. The link is in the description below for website and contact details.
Excellent, excellent. Thank you. I'm just flicking through some of these comments quickly because tonight is the night we will be getting Andy to read out these comments. And there's a reason behind it, because for those of you guys who do not know, on the link on the description on a Monday night, he always has featuring Andy Tate. As from Monday coming, Andy, it's all in his hands. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But this time around, it's going to be classed as Monday night is hosted by Andy Tate.
Not the only one. Not the only one popping your cherry around here, Andy.
Yeah. God help us all for Monday.
Oh, Andy, we'll be with you. Don't worry. You're in safe hands. You're in safe hands. Or should I say you'll be in safe hands with I think on Monday is what, about 6'7", or could be 6'6", 6'7"? Yeah, you're going to be in good hands with him. So he will support and help you all the way. So what we're going to do is we're going to highlight some comments for Andy, and just to read out to the fine viewers, 8 in the chat at the moment, guys, make sure you're hitting that like, share, and subscribe button.
Robert Norman is ready for Saturday. Says, let's be having you. So I think he's ready for the weekend and ready for tonight as well. Armando from the United Agenda. Hi, Rob Newman being tomorrow as well. He's tuning in on a nice Friday night, chilling, relaxing. And another one for Armando, evening panel, and you guys in the comments. He's giving it for everybody tonight.
Yeah.
And another one from Rob Newman, going to the United Roadshow in Dublin on Saturday with Tom McDermott and Simon Delaney and Pat. So it sounds like a good day. Sounds like a good piss up there Saturday.
Yeah, nice one, Robbie.
And then one from UK Strains, evening fellas.
Big up.
And Mr. B with no broccoli in sight. Evening, every single one of you. And I bet he's having a whiskey or two on a Friday night.
Giving his secret away.
Yeah. And one from Bonks, Delot, Marshall, and VDB, Weghorst all out. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing that Mr. Crazy Dutchman, our new signing, is not able to attend Saturday. I'm sure he'll be in the crowd, but typical Man United, couldn't register anything.
Now, I think Amondi's trying to tell the lines of a joke for this next one, Andy.
Right, this one's from Armando. A Jamaican Irishman, Ozzy, and an Englishman walked into a StreamYard studio. Oh, Jesus. Oh. And one from Stumpy Candletop. Happy Friday, guys. Happy Friday, Stumpy. And Vincent Bullock, GM says they will not be doing 3D printing of Slap Hair Maguire, so don't ask laughing out loud. I don't know what that means, but it sounds very funny.
And last but not least.
And the last one from Armando, the host with the most. And thank you, Mr. Armando.
Big up. Thank you so much, guys. And as always, we are here to talk about one thing and one thing only, and that is my boy Fred. Obviously, I've been an advocate of Fred for a very long time. Very underrated player at Manchester United. Very, very underrated player at Manchester United.
Sorry, I had a scratchy nose.
The Mac Fred. You got the Mac Fred. You got whatever you want to call him. But it seems like I think, to be honest with you, he found his feet under Ralph Rangnick. Ralph Rangnick had a place for him in that team, and he did play really, really well, even though the rest of the team didn't really function. But it seems like Ten Hag started him off this season, didn't function well with sort of him and Scott in a couple of games. Both players got dropped. Then Scott seemed like he got a bit of momentum going, kept Fred out of the team for a bit. But then all of a sudden, it seems like after this World Cup now, Fred has become more of an impact player. So coming off the bench, and it's all to do with the energy. And for me, again, Andy, you weren't here yesterday, so I'm going to ask you and Mark as well with it. High impact player, so full of energy, just likes to run around on the pitch, close people down, and create a lot of space, which you don't really and truly hear him gets a lot any credit for. So, Andy, why is it all of a sudden now you see him to be playing as well as he is?
I think he's had a World Cup as well in him. It's like on the international stage, he didn't have a good start to this season. Very quiet. Everybody was very critical of everybody, including McTominay, Fred. But he's played well this season, and he's come on leaps and bounds, and he plays parts in games now. Sometimes he will have a stinker. I remember the chance he should have scored against Newcastle with a couple of minutes to go. Open net, take the shot yourself, lad, but he didn't. But I go to a quote from Fred from last season. I know I'm not the best player, not the best technically, but I'll give my blood in every game of my life all the time. I'm on the pitch. As we say in Brazil, I carry the piano, but other people play the piano.
Yeah. And with that as well, Mark, like Andy made some great point there, and plus the quote he's done as well. Is it something where there's a lot of fans at Manchester United almost get divided by the media, and it's almost like the media play this sort of negative on some of the Man United players? So obviously we know Fred ain't great at passing. We all know that. We know sort of there's certain elements of Fred's game where he's not good at. But one thing we can say about Fred, when he plays, like what Andy said, he gives 110%. Same as Scott, to be fair. Both of them do. But we're not here to talk about Scott. On Monday, would normally talk about him, but I'm here to talk about my boy Fred. So the amount of energy he brings and he possesses, and it's a non-stop. Jay Marty comes on here sometime and say, when you watch a game when Fred's playing, and say, for instance, something kicks off, he's probably one of the smallest player on the pitch, but he's first one to basically be defending his teammates.
Everyone knows I give a bit of stick to Fred. But you know what? If I'm honest, the thing I like about Fred, and I'm betting that the thing that Ten Hag likes about Fred is that he gives his all. He's hardworking, and every team, great teams aren't made up of superstars. Great teams are made up of water carriers as well. You need a guy out there who's going to carry the water, who's going to do the hard yards, the thankless closing down, which is why we've gone out and got Weghorst, Wout Weghorst. That's how you say it, isn't it? He's a guy who's going to go out, he's going to press, he's got great pressing numbers, he's going to do things for the team. That's called team balance. Fred does bring that. Not just with his left foot at free kicks recently, I might add. We've all been seeing the guy smacking the post and stuff. And, I agree with exactly Andy's sentiments here. It's a confidence thing. Fred is a good player. He's not a great player. He knows his role. You need guys like that who know their role, who know their capabilities. But you know what? He ain't he's not Mickey Mouse or anything. The guy can play. He's got a foot on him. Fred has a role. For me, this whole thing, it's like you ever get a new job and you get there and you just go, everyone hates me, the boss hates me and nothing goes right. Sometimes you can win them over. That's Fred. He's winning everyone over. What you talk about, the divisiveness of the media, which is a problem amongst the fan base, Fred is winning everyone over. He is just, he doesn't give in. The guy's got spirit, I respect that, and it ain't the size of the dog, it's the fight in the dog, I completely mucked that up. Maybe one of you.
It sounds a bit like me. Wait, that is me. That is me all the way. I'm not alone. I said something to Omondi the other day. I was talking to Omondi and I said something like, the spanner thrown into something, and Omondi, in my head, after I said it, I went, it is wrong, innit? And Omondi then corrected me.
But you know what? We all do it. Every one of us do it on here. Every once in a
Mark,
while.
you got the sunglasses. Put them back on. It's all right. We got
Yeah,
you.
it's not good here. All right, go easy on me, guys.
Yeah, go on. Sorry, Pat. Carry on.
Yeah, look, listen, Fred and Scott McTominay, they're like the special burgers in McDonald's. I like to see them once a year in short, limited times. But in fairness to Fred, he's came on, done what he's told, and as we all can see, he seems to be the first substitute Eric Ten Hag brings on in the dying minutes of every game. Does he do what he's told? Yes. Is he breaking up play? Is he getting stuck in? Yes. Is he full of energy? Yes. Everything a tired set of legs just not want to see coming onto the pitch at the end of a game. Like even the Wolves game, and Rebel out there, you know who I'm talking about. He slated me for sticking up for Fred, for coming on in the second half and neutralising Traoré. He was going to try and tear down the middle of that pitch in the second half, and Fred came on. That plan was scuppered out the window. Didn't happen. So this is what Fred's being brought in to do. Do I like Fred? Who doesn't like a hard worker? Is he coming off the bench? Are we going to have to start calling Fred the new babyface assassin? Isn't it?
Listen, you know,
Without the goals.
I saw
Wait,
that.
Can I please ask, excuse me, boss man, can I please, there's surely more broccoli to be eaten if Fred keeps scoring. Am I right here?
Oh,
Well,
geez.
this is the thing, yeah. What I
Mr.
was
B is going to be a vegan if that happens.
Go on,
I'll
Andy,
tell
were
you
gonna say
what,
something.
the scenario comes in the League Cup final and Fred scores the winner. We'll have we'll have to nip out to a supermarket Sunday afternoon and get the cooker on for Mr. B.
Yep.
Load of broccoli.
It is a lot of broccoli because when we decided about the topic, the first thing that came to mind was about the baby assassin. It's almost like social. Imagine if Fred now, obviously, come on FA Cup final. If we do get to the final, come on FA Cup final and score the goal, the winning goal, brilliant. But not only that, but then playing against Barcelona, and so we joined 1-1, and he comes on and scored a rocket, take us to the final. But one thing I want to do quickly, I want to use this one here, Zoe Media, Andy, and we'll just read.
Mr. B's last comment there, man.
Hold on. We're going to come back to Zoe.
Sorry, Zoe. Mr. B's comment, not a effing chance, guys.
And he's not talking about Fred.
That's a no.
He's talking about becoming a vegan. This one here,
apologies.
Andy.
This is from Zoe Media House. Solo, not just media, but ex-Man United pundits like Gary Neville, where fans put on a pedestal and he rips into our players, creating negativity and toxic environment towards players like Fred. Would you agree?
Go on. Who wants to go first? Pat?
Gary Neville, I wouldn't say he's the main one who does it, but pundits probably that sit to the left and right of him more so than anybody else, especially the likes of the Graham Souness. He'd be probably the worst out of them all. Like, we've even seen how funny it got him slating Pogba. He wasn't the greatest player in the world, but it got to the stage where he's bringing up Pogba when he was out injured and not even on the pitch, you know. So it doesn't help for these players. And I know they get paid a lot of money, but at the end of the day, they're only human.
Yeah, and I was going to sentiment with that as well. Mark, same thing as well. Zoe Media, Gary Neville. Obviously, he's very outspoken about a lot of Manchester United players. Gary Neville was a good player in his time, but again, some of these ex-players, what I look at, and sometimes when you hear the level of criticism they give of a player, you then got to look at them and think, were you that good though? How many seasons did Gary Neville have? Great season at Manchester United. I probably, honestly, again, not disrespecting Gary Neville, but I probably could say maybe 2 seasons, 3 seasons at most.
One thing I would say was, think about the level of players Gary Neville played beside in his career.
There you
and
go.
these players get to play beside that level of player. So it's unfair to criticize a player when they didn't have the standard of player beside them during their tenure.
Yeah, 100%. Mark, sorry, I took something away from you. Go on.
Well, I mean, you know, Graham Souness is obviously broke because he'll sell his opinion for 5 cents to the nearest bidder. Like, he's like team talk loser, basically. I'm sorry. I have no respect for that show. I mean, I literally block it on YouTube. It's just such trash. You know what I mean? They got nothing to say except for baiting United fans. It's disingenuous, and that's as polite as I could be about it. Like, all they call it news. I just call it like it's just trash. Like, sorry, if I'm speaking out of turn, I'm only out here in Australia. That's my honest take on it. It just seems like a trash media, like clickbait journalism, like of the lowest common denominator. And that's where he's at as a man. Like, and I feel sorry for him, must need the money, like Gary Neville, though, I'm going to be far harder on him. That guy's got to have some money in the bank. He doesn't need the money to be ditching on the club. But what I will say is when I look at someone like Paul Scholes, he is the hardest on our team. Him and Keane are the hardest on the team of anyone in the media. And the reason I think they are, it's just a theory. The reason I think they are is because as players, they were unequivocally, there was no room for like failure. There was no room for like excuses. Those guys were hell-bent on succeeding, and they don't understand or accept when they see Manchester United playing, if the performance isn't where they think it should be or where they expected it of themselves, they seem hypercritical, but it's because in their minds, I mean, it's just a theory, they're going, hey, that ain't good enough, do better for United. And I agree with that.
Yeah. And it's your job.
Do your job.
It's your job.
Oh, do your job. No, but with it as well, though, Andy, like what Zoe Media is saying, it is quite right, because when you look at some of the criticism, and like I think Pat said it as well, around Gary Neville, he had world-class players. Now, we signed Fred. Fred was going to go to Man City, and I think Man City was about 45 million that came in. Man United went 52 million and brought him in. Now, Pep Guardiola wanted Fred. I believe if he went to Man City, he'd be winning titles, trophies after trophies. So he was sold a dream to come to Manchester United, and that dream was taken away from him because he didn't get, just like Pogba, didn't get the players what was promised.
Yeah, you can see it in with Pogba. It's the same type of scenario with Fred. I'm not Fred's biggest fan, but if you've got good players around you, you will flourish. Like Pogba at Juventus and this vice versa. And now you see him now with Fred, last couple of years, he's been playing below par. But now with the addition of Casemiro and that, and the sort of togetherness, like you've seen him coming out of his shell. He's played well for Brazil and all that. He's quite settled in England as well. He's got family as well. And I bet he's a laugh around the dressing room. I bet he is. He's down to earth kind of guy. But I think he's grasping now that the weight of the shirt, because it weighed a lot on him last season and on a lot of the players, because nobody wanted to know anything last year, and they all went running away. They couldn't face anything. But this season, fair play to him. He is doing well after a shocker of a start in first two games, and he's playing well now, and he's a vital part of Ten Hag and the squad. But would he get another contract next season? We're extending it by a year, are we talking?
Yes, I think so. I think we will extend it by a year. I think he's got that option for a year. I think from looking at what Ten Hag's doing, most of the people who's got that sort of things written in the contract, I think that's exactly what he's doing. I don't think anyone really and truly going to sign, apart from De Gea, I believe, will actually sign a new contract, but it'll be a lower than what he's on now. And then I think with Marcus Rashford, it's just a year he's going to be signing.
Yeah,
and I think
all,
it will be
all
the same.
varies on new owners as well. I mean, if we get an absolute war chest, Eric Ten Hag may be wow, I can have this midfielder, I can have that midfielder. So it's like you say, it's a big summer, say, for Fred and Ten Hag. If he wants to stick with it or improve on it, or bring in somebody to work alongside Fred. Sorry for stuttering.
That's
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think, though, with that, Andy, if you look at it, it could be a turnaround where, as much as we think and believe like the likes of Freddie. Here, the media. This is what I was saying about the media. It's sometime when you listen to what people got to say, punditry and things like that, what they got to say, they don't really know what's going on in the background with Ten Hag, because Ten Hag's already made it clear that when he first came in, no player is going to be really and truly leaving in January. But then yet there's so many players that's going to leave in January, like especially Wan-Bissaka. I can't see Wan-Bissaka going anywhere in January.
Yeah. Same here. I can't believe it. I mean, I think it's all just PR spin now. They're trying to make, because we're doing well, they're trying to spin a little the media. I try not to focus, listen to it. Like you say, Mark said, I'm done with Talk Sport. I'm sick to the back teeth of the negativity on it. I don't even watch Sky Sports anymore because it's an absolute waste of time. And you watch it for 10 minutes, that's 10 minutes of your life. You'll never get back because it's recite. I just see the clips instead, and I watch it. And from the fan channels, you get more from little clips, or the journalisms who put a tweet out in here. Fabrizio Romano, he's the main guy to get any information from. So
here we go.
Here we go.
You know,
breaking news.
The key thing you can pick with a guy like Souness, right, is before Casemiro had even kicked a ball for United, he trashed him. Before he had kicked a ball, a guy who was a like as OMONDI alluded to just in the comments, said, oh yeah, but Souness has won trophies. Casemiro's won more, hasn't he? Or has in there, right? Like, yeah, exactly.
Champions League.
And I'll tell you, this is how disingenuous he is. It's like, he was saying, oh, Thiago, how good is he? Oh, what a great signing. Similar money, same age as Casemiro. Oh, what a signing. Brilliant, But then same age comes into United. Oh, no. He's rubbish, doesn't have a passing range, etc. All completely wrong. So, yeah, you can tell when someone's not being honest with you. And that's the difference. Like, you come and watch Andy speak his mind. He's being honest with you. I'm trying to be honest with you. These guys, they're not being honest. I don't have time for that.
Well, Pat, if you're not being honest, I'm coming for you, right? I know where you live in. Yeah, I'm coming for you, all right? I am coming for you. And mark my word, I'd love it. Right, Pat, would love the comments because they're building up. And 24 in the chat, guys, make sure you're hitting that like and subscribe button as well.
All right, Andy, if you want to walk away there, man, I'll put them up the screen, yeah?
Yeah, I've done this one. But another one for Mr. B, who is hiding behind his broccoli. Oh, Mr. B, Fred's position is on the bench on the last 12 minutes to rat around the pitch. Oh, that's cold,
Disagree.
Mr. B. And one from UK Strange. Fred on free kicks from tomorrow. Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I was on that free kick on Tuesday against Charlton. I'm like, no, don't stay away from it. And he smashed it at the bar. You know that when you see that look in the face, you're like, oh my God. I was like, when you see a ghost, white as a sheet, I was in shock on that. And this is from Mr. Kylian Mbappe. Mr. Mbappe from France. Fred has to start over Eriksen. We need more pressing and tenacity. And Martial is out injured. Maybe a good call, but I don't know Eriksen. I prefer Eriksen over that. And another one from Bonks. Mr. B agreed. Like Maguire comes on for the last 20 minutes to guide us to victory. Whoa. And another one from Zoe Media House. Solo.
We've done this one already.
We've done that one. Right.
Yeah.
Niall Kane. Evening, lads. Big up, big Niall. And then another one from Vincent Bullock. Of course, Scott and Fred are the specials of the McDonald's, but who eats them? Luke Shaw. Oh, jeez.
Low blow. Oh,
and another one from Mr. Mbappe. Ten Hag said Casemiro is the cement between the stones.
Yeah. Someone's talking about Maguire's head there, I think.
I had another one from Mr. Armando. Fred is being boasted up for his hard work and attitude, something you are supposed to do. Good squad player, although I feel he lacks quality at the high end. I mean, that's good. I mean, that is a good point to make from Armando. He's got all these attributes, but he's missing something from his game. but it's okay because he's got about 90%. He can use he can work with his strengths, and if the weakness doesn't affect you, that's fine.
And his weakness is he's going to score. The only thing he's missing right now is going to be when he belted that ball in bottom corner and win us the League Cup. That's all I'm saying.
And we got one from Emma K. Fred does whatever thoughts Casemiro did. Takes the ball off the opponent and gives the ball to one of his teammates with a little pass. Nice and safe. Why not? He doesn't need to do all the fancy stuff.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Was it Parker who Ferguson said, "Don't pass the ball. Just give it to your mate. Don't try and do anything. Keep it simple."
Yeah.
That's free.
Yeah. And Bonks again. I don't like many pundits, to be fair. Ali McCoist is a good commentator. Oh yeah, I've got a lot of time for Ali McCoist. And Alan Shearer is a great commentator. He should give up punditry. Yeah, I'm not too keen on that Sam Matt face, man. He does your head in. That's why when he's on, I just switch off the audio. I'd rather just watch the pitches.
I think Ian Wright is very good.
Matt face is an absolute plank. He's absolute plank.
I'd say Ian Dublin would be great, but he's selling houses now, isn't he? House from under the armour.
Hey, why not? And Steve, as I'm looking forward to tomorrow's derby. Are you getting giddy, Steve? I bet you are. And from Bonks, Owen agrees, plus Roy Keane are the straight talkers. Maybe, probably are. And UK Strange again. Graham Souness shouldn't even be on the TV. He's so disrespectful to so many players. Well, he's getting paid to say this, isn't he? He's getting paid. And Steve again. Man United playing well, taking their chances, defend well, and keep Haaland quiet. The key. That's a big ask. Well, that is a big ask tomorrow. And another one from Armando. Yeah, definitely. Souness has done it and has all the medals to show. Quality player, but as brutal on his judgment of some players as he was with his tackling. Yeah, nasty tackler.
But can I say that? I agree with some part what I'm on there saying, but if you notice, he doesn't go in on Liverpool players at all. He just doesn't do it.
Yeah, he has two faces. Graham Souness has two faces. I'm just saying, I don't care what Graham Souness thinks. He's not honest with us. He's not honest with the fans.
Do you reckon Marky does this when it's all over?
Yeah.
Where's me check? Where's me check?
Mark, does he take the hat and the sunglasses off?
Graham Souness definitely is a wind-up merchant. He's good at it. And that's why they have him on. They have him on to say foolish stuff, and he does it well.
Yeah, a bit like Jamie Carragher. I think Martinez is too short for the Premier League. We all know where that went, didn't it? So yeah, another Scouse pundit. I don't think he's right for the Premier League. He's too small. Size ain't everything. Right, and this one's from Emma K. The way Roy Keane acted around the whole Ronaldo saga, I can't help but think everything he says about us is out of spite. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
another one from, and was it D-Miz Mob? Is that right? Dizzy Mob.
Yeah, sounds right.
Dizzy Mob. Yeah, yes, lads, I'm excited for tomorrow. And Zoe's Media House, Roy Keane and Gary Neville are paid for Sky Sports to talk negative to create a toxic environment amongst the fan base. If it's this negativity that causes fan abuse towards players, I tend to agree on that. I really do. And this one's from Rebel with a clue. Well, lads, that's the chronic. Sorry, I'm late. Oh, he's just joining us. Great to see my two Irish buddies on the chat. Tell them some home truths, Andy and Pat. St. Keno will kick Fred up and down the pitch till he performed.
Watch it, Rebel.
I paid to see that, actually, I would. And this one from Stone Browder Jr. Good evening, gents. Does anyone on the panel think that Fred is even in the top 10 midfielders in the Prem at the moment? Please justify your answer.
Can I do it? Yes. Second behind Casemiro. Second behind Casemiro. That's it. That's our justification.
For what? Top 10 of what? Best haircuts?
Come on, listen.
Top 10 substitute. Top 10 longest fingernails.
If Graham Souness
Souness
is that, I've got a real issue.
Comes on with his hair like that as well.
Pat, I thought you had my back. I thought you had me there.
I can't sit here and be nicey for 45 minutes, lads. Come on. We have to have a bit of crack.
Jordan.
I've got an answer. No.
Jordan, all the way from Jamaica. Big up.
Big up, mate. Big up, Jordan, all the way. Yo.
Um,
And Bonks
sorry.
again. Roy Keane is a straight. Oh, we've done this one. Roy Keane.
on, Pat.
All right, I've done this one. Rebel. Also, howdy to our man down under and Mr. Solo.
Oh, thanks. Put me in the comment last. That's nice, isn't it?
Paddy Spike, Casemiro is quality. I think we all agree on that.
Yeah.
And this is from FTSN column. Big up, guys. Big up, mate.
Colin. Big up. Right,
Another
guys.
one from
Go on.
Robbie Newman. Wout just announced.
Okay. It's good news.
Just announced on the
Too
kit,
late.
is it?
Too late.
I'm sure it'll
What
be
is
up
that? What
on
do you
there
reckon,
before
Andy?
you know it.
Have you given your take on Weghorst yet, Andy? What do you reckon?
Oh, yeah, it's just
Yes.
been confirmed on the Man
It's
United
been
app.
confirmed. Yeah. Yeah, I think we need to change the title in a minute then.
somebody say thumbnail.
Oh, did someone say thumbnail? Oh, yeah.
Now, this is brilliant. Mr. Manchester United is pleased to confirm that Weghorst has joined the club from Burnley until June 2023. The Dutch striker has been on loan at Besiktas this season, scoring 9 goals and assists in 18 appearances. He's made 414 club appearances in the Netherlands, Germany, England, and Turkey, scoring 117 goals, and he has 19 full international caps. And he scored 5 goals, including 2 against the Argy Bargies at the World Cup.
Yeah, he did.
So here's a question, guys. If it works out, would you keep him?
Yes. If Ten Hag wants him and he fits in the system, yes.
Definitely.
I trust the
So
manager.
and then we're still going to get another big signing striker in the summer as well.
Yeah.
I
I think
think you know what
Weghorst-
though. You know what? Sorry,
Could be the end of
I
Martial.
agree.
It could be the end of Martial.
yeah,
Could.
I agree some way
Sizzle
with
report.
you, Andy, about getting a big striker, but I don't believe he's going to go up for a big name striker. I think he will find a player that fits into his system that will work in the system, because it will be the system that wins the game, not on sort of a striker.
Not a name. Yeah, the technical ability, and not the name itself. The guy who can perform with it and do the right technical stuff.
yeah.
Armando let's press up the like button for the United community agenda. Guys putting in the work. Thanks, Mr. Armando.
Thank you.
Paddy Spike, no short term.
I think I don't know who he's talking about.
Weghorst. Martial, that ship has sailed. Hopefully, I think Martial is on his way out. Unfortunately,
I think he is as well. Yes,
I
too
don't
injury prone.
think he's a Ten Hag sort of player, Marshall. Ten Hag wants you to, the first thing I wanted to say about Ten Hag, actually, before I forget, is that Andy brought up before, which I thought was really interesting, that about why do the players play better at the moment? And I think actually, and he said the pressure of the club for Fred was a big thing.
Zoe Media is getting
and Zoe Media
Big up,
House.
Zoe.
Yes, I hate
Big up.
Gary Neville. If I ever met him, I'll slap him with a haddock.
Right.
Newbie.
So-
We've got someone in the channel new.
Oh,
Big up
Farah.
Cincy fan in the house. Big up
well,
everyone.
hurrah.
Mr. Farah.
Well, I just wanted to say, I think that one of the big reasons Fred has improved is because Ten Hag removes that pressure from the players, kind of like Fergie did. I know it's a big comparison, but I think he lifts that pressure away from the players. I think that's one of the things that he does. And I think the other thing, though, unfortunately for players, that I suspect Ten Hag's quite ruthless, and that if you can't get the job done that he wants, he will let you go. That's on Fred and Fred, but he's performing. And there's a role in the squad for Fred, and I think that's why I say it, because I think with Weghorst, his pressing numbers, he's a money ball player, and there's a role for him going forward, even potentially into further seasons as a 197 centimeter player, off the bench to give us, a different look late in games, that you need often, like to get over low blocks, and stubborn opponents. And that gives us that. And I think Weghorst is the kind of guy who'll understand that that's his role. So, yeah, I think it's possible that Ten Hag can see something he can use going forward for a couple of years. Why not?
Before we move on to the next subject, we're just going to go to Vincent here, if that's okay with you, Andy.
Yeah, Vincent Bulk has just commented as well. I can see that picture in the background of Solo being removed for a picture of Fred when he scores another goal, and I think Mr. B will eat more broccoli. Ooh, the Fred shrine.
And we've got our Paddy Siltman, ruthless, aggressive. Who is it again? What wrestler was that?
Ruthless. Ten Hag has to be done.
Ruthless, aggressive. What's the wrestler? Who's the WWE star? Come on, throw it in the comments, please. Who is it? Ruthless and aggressive?
Stone Cold Steve Austin, maybe? I don't know.
No, it weren't. No, it weren't. It weren't Ruthless and Aggressive by Stone Cold. I love it now. Mark's sitting there Googling it.
John Cena.
Like a piano player with the glasses. Ray Charles.
I can see clearly now the rain is
I'm on this stage.
John Cena. John Cena. It's John Cena.
John Cena.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah. John Cena. Oh, yeah, and his theme music in it. Yeah, I know his theme music. I've
seen that SummerSlam video. I've seen that SummerSlam video where the woman picks up the phone call. Hi, this is John Cena at SummerSlam. And he repeats owning the lady, and the lady losing the shit big time. Oh, brilliant commercial. It
is.
UK strain, Wout is of red. So, yes, he is confirmed, but he's not playing tomorrow, unfortunately.
Poor Tango's not playing tomorrow either.
What is this one again? The 3 A's, is it? What was the Kurt Angle's one? Was it the A's? The A's. Go on, I'm on there. Tell me about Kurt Angle's. I swear it's a 3 A's for Kurt Angle.
Oh, Armando is just caught up. Yeah, that prank call is hilarious with John Cena. Paddy Spike. He has to be ruthless with this squad and the team, and that's what I meant. So he's just correcting his previous mistake. The 3 eyes.
I'm trying to think.
And Vincent Bulk again. Yeah, and in the end.
Yes, the 3 eyes. I got it. The 3 eyes. You just said it. 3 eyes.
Integrity, intelligence, incompetence.
That's the Man United board. That's the Man United board.
Competence. I don't know.
I think
intelligence. And what was the last one?
Intense.
Intense. Oh,
yeah, that was it.
Jesus.
Yeah, brilliant. That's it. Right, guys, we are going to go on to.
We're talking 46 minutes, and we still haven't hit Donny van de Beek.
Oh wow! Right, Donny van de Beek. Let's kick into Donny van de Beek.
Yeah, so Fred.
Friday night.
Oh, listen, it's Friday, man. Come on.
Yeah, like the old days, man. Yeah, the old days. Donny van de Beek injury crisis.
I can wrap up Donny van de Beek very quickly. He was what I was alluding to earlier when I said, you ever get a job and everyone hates you? It just doesn't work out no matter what you do. You just landed in the wrong spot and you're in a bad moment. That's Donny van de Beek. I feel so sorry for Donny van de Beek because he's an honest footballer, but he's just in the wrong place. He needs to go somewhere else. Yeah, I feel for him. He's an honest player. He's got technical skill. There's nothing wrong with him. He's a good player. He's just in the wrong place, wrong time. Bad luck, I
think he was sold. He was sold a dummy dream. He really was. He was sold a farce by Ole. He really was. And it must be a bit embarrassing for Edwin van der Sar as well. You know what I mean? He was sold, and I say, the management from the Ole regime. We didn't see him. He's not part of the squad. Well, why did you buy 35 million? Just come out of the blue like that. 35 million quid just before the start of the season. Scored on his debut, and it was quiet ever since.
Yeah. And I think...
Do you reckon it was a Woodward purchase? Do you reckon that Ollie wanted him? because he didn't fancy him. He never played him.
I don't think Ole
reckon
wanted him. I don't
No.
think Ole wanted him. And I think right here, it's Box said something very good here. He sold, I think with it, and Mr. B is the best one at it. So I hate stealing Mr. B's line when he called Ole the best liar there is. He's the best liar because he sold Lingard a dream. He sold Dean Henderson a dream, because if you listen to Dean Henderson interview, he did sell him a dream.
Come on. It can't be all Ollie. Come on now. You're painting their club legend with a bad brush there.
Lingard wanted to see out his contract.
The management sold him a dream, not Ole. The management, Mike Phelan.
Okay then, Anna. We got management. The management sold him a dream. You know, like, was it was there? Like Mike Phelan and all the others, and now actually it's Michael Carrick. Maybe not Michael Carrick, but he was sold a false dream. Promises were made and promises were never fulfilled.
I disagree. I think that Lingard, he could have gone to West Ham, and he probably should have, but he wanted to see out his contract for a big payday. It was nothing to do with Ollie. He just wanted to see out his contract. That's what he wanted to do. That's his management. It's on Lingard. He's a big boy. He's a man. Don't be blaming Ollie for what you decided to do with your career.
Yeah, this is to do with the Kurt Angle one as well. But this one quickly, and we just need to technically go in about the Donny van der Beek after this one. Vincent is on the money tonight.
Yeah, you guys was wrestlers, I would say. The R-Truth and as Paul Bearer, the guy with the sunglasses, is John Cena. And Pat as Michael Cole.
Oh, no. Oh, Pat. Oh, no.
Which was what?
Michael Cole.
Of all the wrestlers you pick.
That could be the best comment. Thank you, Vincent Bullock. You're a superstar. Thank you.
Of all the wrestlers, you made me a commentator.
Oh, that was brilliant. Thank you. But on a serious note, though, Van der Beek, it seems like he's not going to come back. Do you guys reckon, obviously, his injury is up until they reckon he's not going to be fully recovered until about June? Do you think this is the end of Donny van der Beek? If you guys in the comments think it's the end of Donny van der Beek, I'm not going to ask you to put 1 or 2. Just put yes or no. Jay had me last week for it when he was like going 1 or 2. What are you talking about? 1 or 2? Yes or no?
And I wouldn't mind. We've been doing that for months, saying that you still do it. Yes or no?
So say yes or no. Do you think he will survive?
1 or 2. 1 or 2.
1.
Yes or no? Yes or a no?
A 0 or an R.
I love it. Bill Baggio straight away at 1.
Funny Spiker says Van der Beek, that ship is sailed over the horizon, not good enough.
Can I ask a question though? I swear every single player at Man United is like the ship sailed for them, according to Paddy anyway.
We'll have Roy Keane back if it was up to Paddy.
I know. Almondo has commented, you're out of your effing element, Donny. That's a bit harsh. It's a very harsh, but respectable.
Do you know what? Like, life is like a wheel. Sorry, mate. It lifts you up, and then it can throw you back down. And Donny's time will come somewhere, someplace, because he's a good man.
I believe that. I believe he's finished at United. And I hope he flourishes somewhere else and gets a football career going again. And so his media house. I feel for Donny. It's like he's jinxed and can't get a run of games.
Ole's jinxed him. That's why.
That's the way life is.
You know, back in Africa, they use this thing called juju. I think Ole spread some juju over Donny.
Bad juju.
And Emma Kay, Lindegaard was priced out of a move to West Ham. No, Wood demanded too much money, then West Ham was willing to pay.
Right, I'm lost now. What was your question again, Errol? All I can see is yes, no's, and 1s and 2s.
Oh, is Donny van der Beek finish at Manchester United?
So 2 is
at least someone's paying attention.
Right, okay, here we go.
Look, if that was true, what Emma just said about Lingard, he would have gone to West Ham, but he didn't. He went for the big bucks at Forest because it ain't true. That's what tells you the reality. What did he do? Not what was said or what our opinions are. That's what he did. Tells you everything you need to know.
Here's the responses now for the Donny question, Andy, right?
On Monday, didn't even put a 1 or 2 or yes. It's just the end. The end is clear.
I'm on the put up curtains. There's Bill
Oh,
Baggio.
Bill Baggio won. What does that mean?
Wait, hold on, Bill
Yes.
Baggio. He put up a
Two.
two as well.
Oh, I get, yeah. Hello, Mr. MUFC Brummy Reds. Yes, it doesn't even matter. That's Stone Cold Steve.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's a rock, innit? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Zoe Media House. No, because Ten Hag isn't a man that gives up on a player. I can respect that, Media.
Yes,
I can respect that.
true.
I can respect
Me
that,
too.
definitely. And Mr. Farah, the Blue. Yes, time's up for Donny at United. You may be right. And then McKay, it all depends on who we have available at that time.
I love Stumpy. Stumpy's always out with this.
Stumpy Candle.
So it's gone.
Or
Don't be tell us what a 4 is, will you?
and Bill Baggio with the number 1 again. And Boggs. Lindegaard has flaws, but Ali promised him game time. Allegedly. And Amundo, the big Labuski reference.
5.
I don't know what
Five.
that means. 5.
Nah, you're all just messing now.
Gone from 1 to 5.
This is Friday night madness, this, isn't it?
It is. It's a Friday night thing. Absolute Friday night. But guys, listen, make sure 51 minutes in, 21 in the chat. Please give us a like. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe. We are on the road to 3K subscriber, but it's not all finished yet. And the reason why, we're going to jump off now because we need to give you guys a break because there's one show on the Friday night takeaway and you do not want to miss it. I wish we had a little video to intro to play it. We are going to have some guys on it who is you probably wouldn't have seen or heard of, but the energy they're going to bring on the Man United agenda tonight is going to be unbelievable. You got the
You
London
should have a
derby.
video like the wrestlers coming in.
Exactly it. Yeah.
And I should be
have.
the referee.
Yeah.
Music, referee,
Yeah.
special guest referee, WWE. You know what I mean? Old school style.
It is because it's Derby Day, and it's not only Man City, Man United, but it's also the North London Derby. And we've got 2 people, one from Arsenal, one from Spurs, and they're very hot-headed. That's all I got to say to you.
Ooh.
They're very hot-headed, and it could be one of those shows tonight. Mr. B is got to control it, but not only Mr. B is going to be there to try and control it, on Monday is going to be involved as well. So he's going to be stirring the pot up as well.
Andy, let me ask you, mate. If Spurs win this weekend, beat Arsenal, and we beat City, are we in a title challenge?
No, I'm keeping quiet. Mr. B got shut down the other day. He got shut
I'm
down.
shutting down.
I am staying out on this until next Sunday.
Yes, I'm staying out of it until
Palace and Arsenal. And even then, if we get beat tomorrow, we can still be in it if we beat Palace and Arsenal. So, like my dad says, one game at a time. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly. Rome wasn't built in a day. So let's.
The Death Star was blown up in under 30 minutes. So, yeah.
3 times.
Exactly. But no, guys, really appreciate everyone who taking their time out for the Friday night, as always. As I said, it's almost like become a very routine. Me, Pat, and Mark on a Friday, and they jumped in tonight as well with us. And to be honest with you, I think with this did have a few serious discussion, but the rest of it, I need to go and rewatch the show because I thought it was absolutely I thought it was a good show tonight. Lots of laugh, lots of joke. But as always, let's find out, Andy, where can, apart from here on Monday night, no pressure by the way, where can everyone find you? Because we know
you can find me, Andy Tate, love me, hate me. You can find me on the Manchester United agenda every Monday night, and I will be hosting Monday night. So God help you all. I am a special host. And I'm also on the Stretford paddock, and I will be doing fan cams after the game on Saturday, and I will be doing a review for the Man United agenda. So come on, United. Let's do some Manchester pride.
Thank you. Mark, we know where we're going to find you, but also you can shout your social as well.
Mate, you know, I had to bring it up on the screen because I can't even remember it myself. But it's
Must
so
have been a
long.
good night on the beer.
It was big. It was big. But honestly, it's ridiculously long. It's Graham, GRAM, 860-23987. Sounds like a phone number. In Ethiopia.
Social security number.
You just give your bank details away or what?
Look, love me or hate me, you'll get my red agenda first right there on the Twitter. That's where you can find me.
You know what it is? Yeah, it sounds like, you know, that number when you do 1, 2, 3. You remember when you're younger, you used to go into like the telephone box and they used to have them little card up where you ring up the numbers and it used to be like sex ladies and stuff like that.
Grab sex lady.
Oh, absolutely brilliant,
We'll
guys.
flash you
Listen,
with Graham's
Have you seen my
OnlyFans
picture
account
of
after
the
this.
phone
That's
box,
what his
all right?
number.
What are you trying to say?
Oh my god.
Oh, guys, listen, join the channel, get go back on at 10 o'clock tonight in 29 minutes where Mr. B will be on the Friday Night Takeaway. And as I said, it's a show that you guys should not miss. It's going to be a blast. So from us, Solo, Pat, Mark, 907-353-45 and Andy. We'll see you on the we got the watch along tomorrow as well. So tune in. Mr. B and Mr. B and the Mondays doing the watch along tomorrow. So guys, make sure you tune in for that as well. So
And the reaction show as well.
oh, I don't know who's doing that, but I'll try and set it up.
Me so far.
Okay, guys, from us tonight. Really appreciate all the even Vincent knows about it.
He wrote, I thought he said,
You're
"Oh, girl."
always very kind to me.
Oh, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant,
Thank
guys.
God that it's after the watershed. That's all I can say. After 9 p.m.
After 9 p.m. watershed, isn't it? Right, guys. Who said the United agenda didn't have it in them? But from us tonight, guys, have a lovely evening, and we'll be back at 10 o'clock tonight. So make sure you tune in. From us, good night.